Hey guys, and welcome and thanks for watching. So as discussed in a previous video, I am exploring how to solve chronic hives or chronic idiopathic urticaria. It's a super hard word for me to say for some reason. I've been struggling with it for a large portion of my life, with the earlier rounds of it being for a couple weeks to 2 months and then being able to get rid of it, whereas this bout of hives has lasted me about 10 months and there's not much hope in sight. So this video is just natural remedies that I've found that definitely help alleviate hives. They're not gonna solve them, as that's something I am working on doing internally. And if you follow me and like the video, you'll see my progress as I move through a bunch of different criteria that could be leading to it. Now, I've done probably more research than the doctors at this point. I feel like whenever I walk into a doctor and talk to them about it, I end up knowing more than them. And that has happened over the extent of 10 months. I've been reading and learning so much and in depth about different types of bacteria in the body and all of this different type of stuff. So there's several things that I want to try. This week will be the sugar-free diet to see if that could be something that is affecting it. Next week will be a sulfate diet, and along the way you'll start to see, and I will start to post videos about my progress with FMT, which is a fecal matter transplant. And I know it sounds gross, guys, but you know what? If you have hives and you're like me and it works, then it will be such a big relief. Now, it is really hard to find doctors that do FMT, as it is competing against the pharmaceutical industry, which clearly they make a lot of money off of pharmaceuticals, all interrelated with politics and stuff. So the medications I've been on are, and I still currently am on, are all the different antihistamines. So whether that's Allegra, Zyrtec, levaloxazine, Zantac in conjunction with it. And I took Zantac for a large portion of my life until recently, when they said that it causes cancer. So that's also a great thing to know. And Singulair, which is an H2 blocker. I don't know what the other part of it is. It's an H2 blocker, so it's a bit stronger than most antihistamines. And I've been taking that for a larger portion of my life too. And just like the Zantac, I just found out that it is also super toxic for the human body and causes mood disorders and mental disorders. So that's lovely to know. Now, I'm also taking something stronger. It's a steroid called prednisone. And if any of you guys are on that, I feel for you. Like, my heart goes out to everyone that has to deal with this medication on a higher dosage level. Anyone that has urticaria in general, my heart goes out to you. With prednisone, there is so many side effects. It is super toxic for the body. So whether that being there's weight gain, there's mental issues, I even had to sign up for therapy due to it, extreme anger over the littlest things, like you flick something in the wrong direction, it's gonna piss me off. Like, everything pisses me off now. So, and that's caused a lot of friction between family and friends and boyfriends, etc. Not the best. And then in addition to that, what it does and how it works is that it shuts down your immune system, meaning your immune system will stop reacting to the histamine in the body. So once histamine is released, the immune system kicks in and tries to block it. And what happens then is hives are created. So with the prednisone and the weakened immune system, you're a lot more likely to catch a cold or a flu or pneumonia or so many different things, and your body won't be able to fight them off. So long-term steroid use is not okay, like not okay. And I've gone into the doctors, so many different doctors, specialists all over the place, and cry because I can't find the solution. I'm not sleeping. That's partially because of the prednisone, partially because of the itchiness of the hives. I'm getting night sweats. Like, my attitude, my mood has all just gone straight downhill. I'm super negative about a lot of different things now, and my eating has increased a lot. My weight gain gives you something called moon face. I know some of it is water, but it just makes your face look more circular, and I've gained about 20 pounds since I've been on prednisone. But that is not the point of this video. So this video talks about natural remedies that I use to help soothe the hives. Now, I'm sure, as many of you guys know, hives are intensified by heat. So staying out of the sun, and I know during summertime and springtime, it's so hard when the weather's beautiful and you just want to be outside, especially with the COVID stuff going on and being locked indoors. It makes it really difficult to not want to be outside. But if it's super hot outside, don't go. And cold compresses, they work wonders. So my face tends to get flushed and my ears get really hot, and that happens before my hives kick in. That is like the histamine releasing in my body before it starts to attack it. And so cold compresses have worked really well for me, as well as colder showers, just to help to relieve some of the itching. Now, after you take a shower, use lotion. Lotion, lotion, lotion. I am all about the lotion. It helps so much with the itching, and it makes it so when I wake up in the morning and I have the hives, I kind of ignore them a little bit, which is good. In the other morning, that didn't happen so well. I woke up with blood on my legs. So it stinks. But so cold showers, which also stink, staying out of the sun, the cold compress, lotioning. I use Survey moisturizing cream. It's great. It's not oily. It doesn't stay on top of the skin. I'm a big yogi, so being on my yoga mat, I can feel certain types of lotions that start to sweat out and that like slip on your mat. So Survey moisturizing cream is great. It soaks into the skin. It doesn't leave it feeling oily. It helps to actually moisturize the skin, and it's probably one of the top recommended lotions in general by dermatologists. It is a little bit pricier, but I've been using it since before this bout of hives kicked in, and I'm all about it. Other things to do is reduce your medications. Now, whenever I go to the doctor, they keep pumping me on more medications, more medications, more medications. At one point, I feel like I was on like 18 medications, and my hives were thriving, like thriving. So speak to your doctors, of course. I don't want to tell you to take off any medication that you need to live. But if you're taking any supplemental medication, probiotics, biotin, collagen, magnesium, fish oils, any of that, stop it. When I stopped my probiotic, which was about 2 months ago, I found pretty much instant relief, like so good. Like I was getting so excited. I was lowering my dosage of steroids. I was doing really well. I was holding strong under the 10 milligram mark. So the side effects were starting to come off of me. But then all of a sudden I accidentally took biotin for about 3 days. And all of a sudden I got this prickly rash all over me in places I don't even get hives, like tiny little dots. They didn't look like hives. They didn't react like hives. It was still itchy, but they were tiny little dots. And I was like, what could this be? What could this be? And I think more than anything, because when I stopped the biotin, it took a couple of days for the little dots to go away. I noticed relief. But what happened was that rash, that secondary rash that I cannot find anywhere online when I took pictures of it, the only thing that it looks like is rubella, which could not be because that's gone from the US. So I hope not. So what happened was when I had that rash, it re-triggered my hives. So now my prednisone levels are back up. I'm still breaking through, and all the side effects of the prednisone, and in addition to the hives, are back. So reduce medications. Anything that's not necessary, just take it off. It's not worth it. Tight clothing. So tight clothing also inhibits hives. It creates warmth in the body, and as we know, warmth spreads histamine. So staying away from the warm baths, staying away from tight clothes, staying away from itchy clothes. And I actually made the mistake of wearing this part cashmere sweater, which turned out to be more itchy than it was cashmere. So I'm starting to feel a little bit itchy, but I think I'll be able to handle it for right now. And alcohol, guys. So sad. But limit your alcohol. And I'm talking wines, I'm talking ciders. They all have sulfites in them. Wine is super high in histamines. Now, Amazon does have these little wands that they use to take out histamines in wines, and I've used it once. And the only reason I can't say if it worked or not was because I knew my hives were going to show up that night, regardless if I had that glass of wine with the histamine stick or not. So I'm sure it helped to some extent, but I can't give a accurate depiction of the wine wands. And So staying away from those things. Now, you can look up certain alcohols that tend to have less histamines if you're going to a party or something. Vodka tends to have less, but make sure you check the ingredients and if it has sulfites and any of those weird additives. Maybe try and find a more natural, cleaner version of it. So for anyone that has chronic urticaria or chronic hives, my heart goes out to you. I understand the struggle and I want to solve it just as much as you guys. So if you guys are interested in solving it and seeing my journey along this process of trying the different things, as I mentioned before, this week will be the no sugar or low sugar diet, then follow me, subscribe, like my video, please guys. I would love to help other people with chronic urticaria as much as I would like to help myself. And like I said, I've been doing so much in-depth research. So this week, sugar-free diet, I will post probably 2 videos a day, one in the morning showing my hives because they tend to be the worst in the morning when I wake up, and then at the end of the day, what I ate and how my reaction from the night before was. So follow me guys through this, and I will put in each of my YouTube videos what I ate that day on my lower sugar diet. I will put a list of things to avoid, such as the certain fruits that are high in sugars. I'm hoping this works because I know sugars feed off of bad bacteria in the gut, and I've been doing so much research on different kinds of bacteria in the gut, which is another reason why if you're taking a probiotic and you have chronic urticaria, stop the probiotic. It's unless it's a life-threatening thing that you need to survive, stop it. It's not worth it. So I can already feel my face getting a little bit itchy. Like I said, my heart goes out to all of you, but follow me for more tips and inspiration, and hopefully I can guide you guys through a successful healing because I know how difficult it is to live with this condition. So thanks guys, have a good day. Check out the information below on what I said in the video. I will make sure to outline it, and follow me, please.